Okay, my name is Luis Murguia, and I'm an artist. I work with paper mache. I have been married for about 33 years with my wife, Norma. We have three kids, two girls and a boy. And I recently retired after working for 25 years for the San Diego County Office of Education in the migrant education program. It's a federally funded program for migrant children whose parents work in agriculture. After I retired, I've been dedicating myself to working more with my artwork and working pretty much with anything that I like to work with my hands creatively, mostly with paper mache and clay and other medias. About 17 years ago, I was creating some sculptures out of paper mache for a relative that wanted a mariachi trio. And so they wanted it for their house to display during the Day of the Dead. And so I told them that I was able to do something like that for them. So I started making these out of paper mache and some different materials to be able to come up with what they wanted. And after that, I've been making them in a small scale to sell and exhibit at different parts here in Encinitas. People can follow me on Instagram at Murguia Land, and that's where they'll be able to see a lot of my past work and work that I will be working on in the future.
My name is Belen Islas, and I am a muralist and a painter mainly. I have been my whole life an artist. My father was a sculptor, and so I have been always interested in art. But my main source of inspiration is everything around me. Is my kids, my surroundings, the sounds of birds, poetry. I don't know, everything. I love to paint right now. I love to create murals. I love to work in big spaces and see people encounter my art when nobody can see it, like expected, I mean. And then suddenly it's a surprise. I hope, hopefully a good surprise. You can see some of my murals in a few streets in Los Angeles, downtown, here in San Diego, next to the waterfront, next to the Star of India. There's a big mural. Also, you can see my art. Oh, a big one is coming up. The San Francisco main library is going to unveil my main mural. Is going to be 600 square feet.
Hi, my name is Jan Ralston, and I'm a textile designer. I live in Oceanside, California. Right now I'm doing felting, which is manipulating wool and silk and fibers, and I do wet felting, which you add soap to it and it fuses things. And the reason that I got very interested in that is that I've sewn and I've put things together, but this is something where you don't touch a needle to anything. You just make it and it fuses, and you can do the most amazing different things with that medium. This piece over here started out completely different than it ended, and that's part of the creative process, that things evolve. And this was just going to be a tall piece, and I cut it open afterwards, and I love the edges, and I saw the top, and then I thought, I'm gonna slice it down and make it something completely different. It's wool and it's silk fiber in there. I'm very passionate about teaching art. I'm trying to show people that they have a creative spirit in them, and it's a healing process, it's a thinking process, it's a problem-solving thing, but it takes you away from the rest of the world. So I really love teaching children and people who have disabilities, cancer survivors, and the quilt project that I was working on recently was printing on fabric and then making a quilt from everybody's piece. So they had 10 by 10 squares, and we made that. My friend Kay Osgood and myself put it together. She helped me teach, and she did all the quilting. And it's probably about the 6th or 7th time I've done that kind of a project. I did it with the Boys and Girls Clubs and the kids that were underserved there. We did a couple of projects that were similar about 10 years ago. So it's a bonding thing, it's a healing thing, and I'm very passionate about my teaching right now, and that's a part of it. My website is janralstonstudio.com, and you can go on my newsletter. I am very interested in teaching workshops, and I do a lot of work pro bono. I want to help nonprofits and raise money for them and help children and people that are elderly or sick. So if you are interested in doing some kind of project like that, please contact me.
My name is Sonny Lips, and I've been painting probably for 35 years. I'm a contemporary painter. I'm a hard edge painter. I love to work with acrylics on canvas, which is what this is. I work under the concept of primitive sci-fi, fantasy type of work, and my style is what I would consider primitive because I like to strip it down to archetypal shapes and designs. I'm influenced by modern painters, and you can see that in my work with a lot of color field and the hard edge, obviously. Currently, I am displaying at the Encinitas Public Library in the periodical room. I have 11 of my primitive sci-fi pieces, and they look great in there, so please go by and check that out.